Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. This is Taylor Watts from Watts Investing, and today I'm going to talk about why I'm so heavy in Tesla, is Tesla a buy, and pretty much my thesis around Tesla. So as you can see by this weightings graph on the bottom left, is that roughly 22% of my portfolio is into Tesla, and I'm here to tell you why. So I have a long-term horizon on Tesla. I look at Tesla performing well into the decades ahead, and this graph is just a projection of their future and their aimed deliveries and sales of Tesla vehicles. So by 2030, they want to hit 20 million, which is roughly, if you estimate a 30,000 US dollar car sale, that's $600 billion in sales, which is just huge. So recently in their battery day, mid-end of last month, they announced their future ahead with cost reduction to do with their range, their cost per kilowatt hour reduction, and their investment per gigawatt hour. And these are between 50, 60, and 70% reductions, which are just huge numbers that they're aiming to hit in the next 3 years. And I don't know about you, but 3 years, 70%, 60% cost reduction, that is huge. They're going to take over the conventional automotive industry with their electric vehicles. Another thing that is missed by a lot of analysts and investors is that Tesla is not only an automotive car industry, it is in the battery, it is in the solar, it is in much more than just cars. So at the moment they are doing solar housing with their seamless, beautiful designs, which makes individuals being able to kind of become their own utility, produce their own energy, and any excess they can put back on the market with AutoBidder. And Tesla has been doing this themselves with their Australia battery farm, which is producing so much energy. I think last year, Australia had like a blackout in one of the near cities, and Tesla's battery farm kept the city up and running for multiple hours until that was fixed and saved the government millions of dollars. So Tesla is currently and in the future crushing traditional automakers in many markets. They are mostly premium branded and performance cars currently with their Model 3, X, S and Y, but in the future they will have their Cybertruck in the pickup market, the Roadster in the more luxury performance, and the semi-truck in your just general business market, saving companies millions of dollars in logistics. So in 2020, Tesla accounted for over 80% of the EVs sold in the first half of 2020. I think this is just in the US market. It could be globally, but I'm not sure on that stat. And then down here you can see that the vehicle deliveries has been increasing from 2017 to 2020. Their operating cash flows and free cash flows have been increasing nicely, and their net income has recently become very profitable. So you're not just investing into Tesla if you're buying Tesla, you're investing into Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is a unique niche personality, and he currently runs Tesla, Neuralink, SpaceX, and the Boring Company. And if you don't know anything about those companies, I highly suggest you go into them, deep dive into them. And this is another reason why I invest into Tesla, is it is the only one that is currently public, and Elon Musk is a brilliant CEO who is bringing these different industries together. So the Boring Company works on tunnels under the city, so you can drive and make transport 3D and make it much faster and much cheaper than current companies are. And they're also selling or working on selling bricks for cheaper, which are also stronger than other bricks, and they're giving them away for free to affordable housing. So he's just changing the world in great innovative ways. Neuralink works on AI, and most of it goes over my head, but he's wanting to have an implant which helps with different disabilities and physical illnesses. And then SpaceX, of course, still space, trying to get to Mars, trying to get reusable rockets, trying to get to Mars with people, and combine that with Tesla and the Boring Company, and you can have a different planet with fully electric cars, with solar housing, with tunnels under the ground for 3D transport. Of course, this is years, decades, maybe even a century into the future, but this is the guy you're investing in. And of course, he does have a cheeky side. So back earlier this year, he tweeted, "Chairs are underappreciated," and if you just stare at it and say it out loud a few times, you might understand that he's saying shares are underappreciated. So this was just before an announcement that was coming, as the price of the stock was not properly reflecting the value of the company. And a few months, I think a month or two after this tweet, the stock skyrocketed like 40-50%. And that is just another way you invest into Elon Musk. Follow him on Twitter if you own the stock. It's a good ride. And also, Tesla is the most shorted stock. This is roughly in February at $16 billion, or 18% of the float at that time. And to rub it in, he started selling Tesla shorts after Q2 earnings, I think, for $69.420, or 42 cents rather. And they sold out within like an hour or something and crashed the website. It was pretty brilliant. Another thing that is amazing about Tesla is they spend $0 on marketing and advertising, unlike other companies which spend millions and millions of dollars on marketing through social media and just TV and stuff like that, whereas Tesla just spends nothing. Their owners are what spreads the idea of Tesla. So you'll see Tesla owners on the news, on Facebook, on social media, talking to their friends, talking to the news and everything about how great the cars are. You get the best value for money with Tesla, and this is why they are going to be a great company in the future, and they are already a great company. So the point of this video is is Tesla a buy, and why I think it's a buy, and why it's 22% of my portfolio. So I bought in roughly July, August time at about $316 a share post split. So I'm up roughly 45% at this current time. My holdings are mostly on Hatch. I've started investing more into them on Sharesies as it's cheaper. And I think I'm at roughly $170 on Sharesies and about 1,000 or 1,100 NZ dollars onto Hatch. And Tesla, for me, it's a buy. You're buying the value of the company for 10 years' time, 5-10 years' time into the future. Currently, if you value it your generic ways, it's going to look way off, but most of the stock price is valued into these people that understand that in 5-10 years they're going to be making billions and billions of dollars, and their market cap is going to be well into $1 to $2 trillion if they perform their goals properly. Because in the next 3 years, another thing announced at Battery Day was they are going to have a car that is $25,000 that is fully autonomous. So this is a car that is cheaper than pretty much every other or generic automotive car. It also drives itself and it runs cheaper, and it's just going to be insane if they can bring that out. And if the competitors don't even start getting close, or even like just starting, they're just not going to be able to catch up ever. As pretty much every other investor channel that I've been watching talks about it, it's basically like Tesla is Usain Bolt. He's already ahead and you're trying to catch him. He runs faster than you and he's ahead. You're just not going to catch him. So there's the general bull thesis of this. Recently they hit record deliveries of 139,000 when the expectation was like 135,000. Now this is record deliveries for them. It was up 25%, I think, from the last record delivery. And their Q3 earnings report is coming up in about a week's time, next Wednesday, for the United States time. And most of this will probably already be valued into the stock price, so don't buy off of that speculation. But if you're still curious about Tesla, maybe wait till then. But for me, I'm putting in pretty much, as you see, 22% of my investment money into Tesla. That may grow, that may diminish as well. I don't know if I want to be so heavy into one thing. I'm currently weighing up the odds between trusting my investment thesis and going all in on a few stocks, or spreading it out a bit more like a generic diversification. But Tesla I see being beautiful in the next few years and the decade, and that's where I'm at. And yes, there is competition, barely at the moment. There's Lucid Motors, which is coming in like 2 years' time into the super supreme market, and there's Volkswagen, Toyota, GM trying to get in, but the technology and costs and production is just going to be way worse. So if you want to know more about competition, I recommend you go onto YouTube and search up about Tesla. There's beautiful channels doing great videos that have much more detail than I could ever provide, and that's like the Solving the Money Problem, Tesla Daily, Dave Lee on investing, and I think there's like it's like the Singapore chicken guy. He's got a weird channel name, but he talks about Tesla quite a bit. And there's just so much information about Tesla, and most of it is just all over the place. But I'm a bull for Tesla. I believe in the company. I believe in the future ahead. And this is just my short video saying why I'm heavy on Tesla, why I think it's a buy. And yeah, this is just my opinion. Do your own research, of course. This is the research I've done. I've been watching those YouTube channels, going through earnings reports, watching interviews, watching the news for over a year on Tesla. Got in July, bit late on my part. I just didn't have the capital to throw away at it. Well, not throw away, but put into it. But this is my journey. This is how we're going. This is where we're going. Hope you're as excited as I am. I'll catch you later. Happy investing.